So for the longest time, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has dominated the top of my anime list. However, now every season it seems like a new anime snatches the throne from FMAB before, well, getting review bound by FMAB fans. In fall 2022, we had Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, which was honestly deserved. In winter 2023, we had, oh yeah, Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 3 Part 1, or as they officially call it, Attack on Titan Final Season, Final Part, Final Chapters. I don't know, it's still confusing. Similarly, in spring 2023, we had Oshinoko taking the top spot, which was probably the first time the first episode of the first season, that's a lot of firsts, of an anime managed to do that, and is quite an amazing feat, honestly. Summer 2023 went more normally with no anime surpassing FMB, even though shows like Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, and Mushoku Tensei were airing. I guess erectile dysfunction is really beating the top anime on the platform. Even as this season started, there was not really much threat to the throne FMB held. Sure, there were a few high-rated shows, but nothing too exceptional. Until, well, the recent few episodes of Frieren, which as of writing this script is the top anime on my anime list. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a fantasy anime, which I know there's a lot of. You might think, how can a new fantasy anime rival the likes of other fantasy anime, like Reborn as a Vending Machine, or the story of a man who turned into a pig? Yeah, these isekai anime are getting out of hand. Instead of starting out like a normal isekai or fantasy anime, Frieren starts at the end of the hero party's journey. They've just returned after a decade-long journey to beat the Demon King, and everyone's celebrating their victory. For the party, this journey consisted of a major portion of their life, and now that they're done adventuring, they have to worry about settling down somewhere peacefully and living the rest of their lives. All except for our main character, Frieren, an elf mage who has lived for over 1,000 years. To her, the 10-year-long journey was just a mere 100th part of her life, a minuscule amount of time that was nothing compared to her previous 1,000-year-long life. Watching the Era meteor shower, which occurs every 50 years, Frieren promises the others that she will come back 50 years later so they could watch it from a better place. 50 years pass quickly for Frieren, who spends that time to collect spells. When she returns, Himmel is already old and looks like that pervert old man every anime has. The same goes for Heiter and Aizen. Well, maybe not Aizen, he still looks small. They spend another week to get to their destination, which would turn out to be their final journey together, as Himmel dies not long after. That's when it hits her. Thinking about how she barely knew Himmel, Frieren breaks down crying. The mere 10-year journey affected her more than she imagined, and she regrets not getting to know Himmel better. This is the basic premise of Frieren. After this experience, Frieren sets out to get to know humans better and form deeper bonds with them and then cherish these bonds. The first episode of Frieren is one of the best first episodes I've seen. Not every other anime has the ability to make you tear up on the first episode. This is an anime that just hits you. It forces you to slow down and truly appreciate what's going on. It's a beautiful anime showcasing the passage of time and how not appreciating it when you still have it leads to regret later. It's the embodiment of not caring for something until you've lost it. As she sets out, she picks up a little girl, Fern, with her to take her on the journey. A few years pass and Fern, who was just a small kid when Frieren met her, is already taller than Frieren and is acting like pickup Stark, an apprentice of Aizen who had agreed on protecting the village from a dragon even though he's scared as shit, but he protects the village just because they depend on him. They go through all these places the hero party visited back in the day and see the effect of Frieren's adventure. You'll occasionally see the statue of the perverted old man. As time goes on, the statues may survive and the stories of the hero party may pass down, but people who actually remember their deeds are going to eventually fade away. There's this scene when we meet an elf other than Frieren for the first time. He asks Frieren if she knows him, to which Frieren responds no. Fern tells him that she was a member of the hero party, to which the elf asks before that. Frieren is confused and asks what he meant. The elf replies that he means that they're elves. It's a powerful line considering elves live for 1,000 or more years but don't usually reproduce, so they're basically going extinct. It's interesting how Himmel was introduced and then he died in the first episode, but he still kept alive throughout the show with flashbacks. Time in Frieren is measured by how many years passed since Himmel's death, which goes to show the impact he and those 10 years had on Frieren. A demon who was feared in his era before being sealed and whose magic was thought to be one of the most dangerous magic to mankind now poses no threat to them as magic study went on after he was sealed. Now his magic that was considered very dangerous before is just a normal level magic. It's these beautiful moments in this anime showcasing the passage of time that truly makes this anime special. It makes you genuinely feel like you're on an adventure with Frieren and the others. Demons in this anime are handled exceptionally well. They are living beings who are capable of speech. Usually with stuff like this, it goes somehow like, oh, they can talk, so they must have feelings and we must not kill them. But when we see demons in this anime trying to make a pact with the humans, Frieren quickly distinguishes that they are just beasts capable of speech. There's not much action in this anime, but when there is, you know it's about to go hard. Studio Madhouse have outdone themselves with the simple yet beautiful animation presented here. While the anime fandom keeps praising MAPPA for its amazing animations, Studio Madhouse quietly creates this masterfully animated show which just elevates the whole experience. Like, look at this. Just look at this. Jokes are used at the perfect times. There's no anime bullshit here, no over the top reactions, no overly used tropes, no fan service. Well, for the most part. What is this? It honestly makes this anime such a refreshing experience among the dozens, dare I say, mid shows airing every season. Frieren's message is a truly beautiful one and one I think that should be valued more. It really motivates you and pushes you to do the stuff that you've been procrastinating on. And that's pretty much it. Go turn off your TikTok, Insta Reels or YouTube Shorts for a moment and just sit back, relax, put on Frieren and have a good time. If you liked the video and want to see more like these, consider dropping a like and commenting. Appreciate it. Peace.